I'm pretty likely going to be able to acquire those additional 3 clients. This is how I have performed my fourth quarter evaluation, and I hope it's helpful to you to see not just the questions that I ask myself, but then also the results of those questions. Hi, everyone. This is Tina with Picture It Profit and Financials, where I help coaches, consultants, and service providers to manage their money well, both at home and in their business. Holy smokes, guys, I cannot believe that it is fourth quarter already. I feel like it was just last month that I was setting my annual goals. So, as you can imagine, as we're walking into the fourth quarter, I want to talk today about doing a fourth quarter evaluation of where you are on your goals and setting a plan to accomplish those goals as best as you can for the rest of the year. Now, I like to look at my goals throughout the year to see how I'm tracking, but there is something special about fourth quarter. I think personally that because I like to geek out and I like to get a little nerdy, I have always had a love for school. And since school starts in the fourth quarter, fall to me has always been a time period of increased energy and motivation to accomplish things. I hope you guys feel something similar, just that rejuvenation that comes with the cooler temperatures and the inspiration that comes from the changing leaves. Also, for some of us, our kids going back to school helps us be able to sit down and focus better. So if you're in a similar position or of a similar mindset, use this time wisely and take advantage of that momentum. So first questions first. Do you know and remember what your annual goals are? If you don't, this is my very friendly reminder to start writing that down. I have seen proven in study after study that there is a dramatic increase in likelihood of you accomplishing your goals once you document them. There's some kind of magic that happens, and I'm sure there's all sorts of psychological reasons for it. But the gist is you have to get it to paper. So again, New Year's is right around the corner. I mean, if the rest of this year flies by like the first 3 quarters did, then I'm sure it will be here in a blink of an eye. So make the commitment now to write your goals down and to continue writing them down going forward. In the same vein, I would like you to actually write down the answers to 5 questions I am about to ask you. These 5 questions can be used as a way of evaluating your progress toward the goals that you have already set for this year. So if you didn't have written goals for this year, go ahead and write some down now. Like decide what you would like your annual revenue to be by the end of the year, and then also what you think your profit should be by the end of the year. And then we're going to ask these questions, and your answers to these questions will help you to achieve those goals. Incidentally, if you have already accomplished your annual revenue goal, and I suspect there are some of you out there who have, then go ahead and craft yourself a stretch goal for the rest of the year and use these questions to answer that stretch goal. All right, let's jump in. Question number 1, are you on track to hit your annual goals? Question number 2, are there any holiday sales you need to start promoting now in support of your annual goals? Question number 3, how much additional revenue do you need to hit to accomplish your goal? Question number 4, do I need to adjust my goals up or down based on my year-to-date performance? And question number 5, can I cut any expenses or do I need to invest in any additional resources to reach my goals? I think halfway through that list of questions, I started by asking you, and then I shifted it like as though I'm asking myself those questions. So sorry for any confusion that might have added, but I think you get the gist of it. And I still want you to pause in between, or if you haven't paused, stop the video now, rewind, listen to those questions again, and capture the answers. And just like putting your goals to paper at the start of the year, you ought to be putting these answers to paper physically by hand. I know it sounds like a weird thing, but there's something different between typing it out and writing it out. So write it out first and then type it up later. If you absolutely can't stand the inefficiency of that, then type it up. But frankly, there is just something about writing it down. I'm a pen to paper person, always have been, and I know there's a reason for that. Okay, another soapbox I will get off of. But to help you understand these questions a little bit better, I wanted to go ahead and answer or share with you the answers that I had for those same questions. So the first question was, am I on track to hit my annual goals? The answer is no, I am not on track to hit my annual goal for revenue, but I am on track to hit my net income margin goal. So ultimately what that means is I'm running short on, based on my projections, I'm running short on what I need to hit for annual revenue, but my spending in my business is in alignment. So if I hit my annual goal, then I undoubtedly will also hit my net income goal. Question number 2 was, were there any holiday sales that I should be preparing for? And the answer there is that I have never done any promotions or sales in my business. I simply haven't. I feel like I'm a high value and high touch service, and discounting that doesn't feel in alignment for me. Now, I am so short on, not so short, but I am short on hitting my annual goal, which I hadn't been in years prior. So perhaps this year I can finagle a way to introduce a Black Friday discount code. I'm going to think about that. I may not follow through with it, but it could happen. Okay, question number 3. How much additional revenue do I need to hit my goal? Well, for me to hit my goal, that's going to be $10,000 more in additional revenue than what I currently have projected to hit. Question number 4 was, do I need to adjust my goals up or down? No, I don't think I need to. I've been tracking decently well for most of the year. I'm just shy a couple of clients because a few people have dropped off, and because I've shifted more from coaching to CFO type work. So I don't want to adjust my goals. I want to push and lean in hard to hit that goal. And then question number 5, are there any expenses that I need to remove or invest in? Well, because my net income margin is looking pretty good, I think rather than cutting any expenses, I want to look into investing in my business. And specifically, I want to invest in a business consultant who can help me with CRM. I have, through other evaluations, realized that it is my follow-up game that really stinks. So I'm great at getting consultations. I am not always the best at doing appropriate follow-ups for people who can't afford me just yet, or who just need some time to think about it, and then they fall off my radar. So having realized this about my business, this is something I absolutely will be investing in for fourth quarter. Now that I know exactly where I'm at in terms of what I'm making, and I know how much more I need to make in order to hit my annual goal, I can reverse engineer what it means in terms of client acquisition. So for the example that I gave, needing to make an extra $10,000 above and beyond what I've already projected for my business, for me, that means I need 3 additional monthly CFO clients. I have the bandwidth to support those people, and I will lean into the leads list that I currently have and my subscribers list by making sure that I am following up and nurturing those contacts that I have. In addition, to be honest, guys, I realized this about the CRM already, and I have already identified a business consultant that I'm working with to help me set that up. So between having greater follow-up and then also leaning into my lists, I'm pretty likely going to be able to acquire those additional 3 clients. This is how I have performed my fourth quarter evaluation, and I hope it's helpful to you to see not just the questions that I ask myself, but then also the results of those questions. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the cooler weather and the fall season. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in the next video.